Okay guys, in this video you guys will see how to change your struts on your XC70 Volvo. Also, if you have the correct spring compressor, it's going to save you guys a lot of time and it's going to make this job much easier. In my video I did not have the correct spring compressor to remove or to tighten up the spring before you get the strut out. But if you have the correct one, it's going to save you a ton of time. But let's go ahead and call Firestone and see what they charge to do this job. And this is just for the front struts. Hello?
Hey, Jimmy Breakbacks.
Yes.
Hey, on those struts?
Yes.
So, parts, labor, with an alignment, you'd be looking at about $12.25 out the door with tax and everything.
$12.25 as in 1,255?
Yep.
Okay, and that's just for the front struts?
That's just for the strut fronts.
Okay, and what was the labor for that? Or
So for like 2.5 hours.
Also, the parts are just super expensive?
$357 a piece.
Okay, alrighty, good to know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, bye. Ended up calling BrakeMax for the pricing, and they said $1,255. That includes probably their $100 alignment. They said $350 per strut. So alone, that's $700. So we'll say $800 with the alignment and roughly $400 for labor. Super expensive, overpriced in my opinion. You'll save money ordering those struts on Amazon or Rock Auto. Those are two places I would recommend. So get the tools, save the money, do it yourself. Highly recommend it. Like, subscribe, share. I'm not going to say this is the easiest job, but it is doable. Just follow the video on how to do it. The following videos will be lower control arm and a couple other videos here and there and reinstalling the strut. So keep a lookout for those videos. But thanks guys, enjoy the video. Save yourself minimum of $400 to $700 to your pocket. Okay guys, here we are. The next side job I got is a Volvo XC70, I believe it is. Today is July 27th, and I have the car jacked up. Lots of suspension work to be done on this car, so if you're a Volvo guy, hope you guys enjoy the video. If you're one of my normal subscribers, hope you guys learned something if you guys are watching these videos. But I have to change lower control arms on the front lower control arms, the front struts, and brakes all around, inner and outer tie rods, and I think that's it. So this will be my introduction for the next 3-4 videos maybe on this car. So just so you guys are aware of that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get cranking, and hopefully you guys do enjoy. And if you're here for the Volvo, don't forget, like and subscribe for future content. But let's go ahead and get this puppy started. Okay guys, the first video you guys will see is how to change the struts on the Volvo. The videos will kind of cross each other, so when all 3 or 4 videos are uploaded, if you watch them all, you'll understand everything, because you might be missing some parts here and there in some videos just because I want to keep them all separate. But the driver's side was That was a pain. I pretty much had to scratch everything that I recorded because nothing was going as planned. So this is what you're about to see. New brakes, new rotors, new lower control arm, new strut, new sway bar end link, and new inner and outer tie rods. So that is everything you guys will watch. So here we go. Let's go ahead and start with the strut now. Okay, hopefully the lighting works out pretty good the way I have it set up. So the way I did the driver's side was by removing the end links first, loosening up the top first, and then loosening up these bolts. It got stuck. The strut would not, the bottom bolt got stuck. So I'm gonna try it a different way this time and see how well it works. I'm going to start with loosening these guys and see if I'm able to get them out. So I'm gonna start with this bottom bolt because that one drove me crazy. I literally spent like an hour and a half trying to figure out how the bolt got stuck. The correct way, from what I've seen that a friend showed me, is to compress the spring. But my spring compressor doesn't fit in here, so I'm SOL on that. So I'm just gonna go with pretty much how most people will probably do it without the correct tools. But I don't have the correct spring compressor to do it. But let's go ahead and start with this bottom bolt. I want to get this second bolt off, but again, we're gonna find out if this is all gonna get stuck like how it did earlier. Well, like how it did on the other side, I should say. It definitely took me a while to get that side done. But if this can go smoothly, it's going to be a much easier job. I'm telling you, the other side took me forever. Lower control arms busted. The boot on the other side for the rack and pinion, that boot right there was all shredded. But again, you guys will see those in other videos. So let's go ahead and start with removing this bottom bolt. I think it was an 18 and 21 millimeter, I believe. Okay, I'm starting with the 21 millimeter on the backside with my breaker bar. There it is, guys. So that worked out perfect. I do think the sway bar end link keeps it right where it should be. I do believe that's helping me. But I'm telling you, I just saved an insane amount of time right now. I got the back end off. The bolt was still in there pretty good. I just tapped it out with a hammer. So keep that in mind. Now I'm gonna go ahead and knock out this top bolt. And let's hope it goes the exact same way, because I've already saved an insane amount of time right here. So good thing that went nice and smooth. Alright, so it happened again. It concaved in for whatever reason. I tried again with my spring compressor and I cannot get in here. So I'm just going to try to unscrew this bolt out, which I think it's going to work. And let's hope this works. Alright, so now it is putting a lot of pressure on the axle, and it's resting on the axle because it came down so low. I'm going to turn the wheel, which I should have done before I got that last bolt out, all the way to the left, because when I did the driver's side, I turned it all the way to the right to help position this strut to get out. But right now it's pushing too far down, So I am going to go ahead and turn the wheel all the way left, and then see what's next. I'm trying to think. Hopefully that gets it off the axle and right where I need it to be. Alright, so that didn't really wedge it where I need it to be, so I'm going to go ahead and try to twist it. It's a little bit better, still on the axle, so okay, so this is going a lot better so far, I should say, but I'm holding the strut out of the way off the axle and keeping the tension off the ABS right here, the ABS sensor that goes right down there. Also the brake lines, these are really old, so if they get real tight, they're bound to crack. It's a good chance that this one was already cracked, or it's just really old and it had a little bit of tension on it. So I'm gonna message the owner and get these brake lines replaced. But yeah, now I just got to get the end links off. I think that's where I'm going to go to next, right here. They do spin. Let's see if I can get my other line in here. They do spin. So I think it's like a T40 and a T35 for the bottom one. So keep that in mind because it will spin. And then you just use an open end wrench and one of the other freaking, I forget what they're called. Let me see. They're called the Torx bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock those guys off. All right, I'm gonna use this just to break it loose. So I'm sure it's gonna spin. Holy crap, that's on that good. Alright, so that one's kind of in a weird position to get out, so I'm going to go ahead and get the bottom one out. 15 millimeter. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and work on getting this out. It's, my area is very tight, so this one's going to take me a minute. But it's a 15 millimeter, and I think it's like a hex bit T... Oh no, not hex, Torx bit T30 or 35 if it starts spinning, so keep that in mind. Alright, so this is how you guys will do this if it starts spinning. 15 millimeter. See how it's spinning? Spinning. Put this guy on here. This has to be opposite, so this is in the on. And this guy. There you go. Now it's backing out the bolt. You're holding it from spinning. Can see this. Let's see. Trying to figure out the best way to grab this with you guys to somewhat see as much as possible. There it is, like this. This guy's kind of in here a little tight. There it is. Alright, that's the strut. Now let's head up top and remove the top 3 bolts. And that's it. She's done. Okay, I'm going to remove the last bolt and try to hold on to the strut as it comes down. Alright guys, there it is, the strut's out. This was much easier than the opposite side. That top bolt, remember, it was kind of on there weird. It was hand tight, so I just loosened it, removed it off of here. But remember, we're replacing both of these parts anyways. Now, if you guys watch this far, like I said, these lines are old, so this one's cracking. Replace the lines when you guys do this. There's a good chance that they're going to crack, rip, and it's not worth putting somebody in danger and just letting it ride. So I plan on talking to the owner and getting new brake lines. So replace them. If you're going to do all this with the way this gets popped out so far, look into getting those brake lines replaced. Now, this guy's off, so this is where it gets a little bit weird with the videos. I'm going to remove the lower control arm, but you guys won't see that in this video. To put this back together, it might be very tight with the old lower control arm. This car has the incorrect control arms on both sides, so just give you guys a little part of the next video. This control arm should be on the driver's side, and the driver's side control arm that was on this car should have been on the passenger side. So super weird, but you guys will see that in the next video, and maybe that is why I'm having a hard time getting the strut out, because it'll be in the next video. Watch the next video. Obviously, you guys will be seeing from this clip going into installing this. So videos will be a little choppy and a little bit weird, but if you watch all 4 videos, you can connect them all. So that's kind of cool. But now I'm going to go start the lower control arm video, but when I pick up the camera for this video, it'll be reinstalling this. So you guys will see the end of this video.